Hi everybody out there in YouTube land. After I posted my last video, I watched it and I realized that I just want people to know that yes, I do love God very much and Jesus, and I believe that He died on the cross and everything, and it has come to my attention that I have this calling to help others, and I don't want to convict anybody with anything that I say or hurt anyone's feelings. So please don't think that I'm putting this message out there for only people that believe in God or have some kind of faith, because that's not true. As I said, I don't care where you come from, where you're going. You know, I just want to help people and be kind to them, and put out a good positive message for others to listen to, and you know, and let others know that there's people out there that that are willing to listen and to help you find some tools to put in your tool belt to get rid of the despair and the depression and the anxiety and the things that are just so overwhelming in life sometimes, because life just, it seems like it's very beautiful, and it can be if you view it through the right mindset or with the right pair of glasses on. I don't know how you want to put it. You know, everybody has their own way of saying things, and my way is just like, I got to this point where I was just so done with feeling horrible inside and feeling depressed and anxiety ridden. I have a great husband and I have a great life, and don't have reasons to be upset and anxious anymore, because I'm not in the places that I used to be that created all this depression and anxiety. I have someone very wonderful in my life, and I have a lot of kids and grandbabies, and I have things that are just a wonderful blessing, and I want to be able to enjoy those things. And I have a lot of friends and family and things I want to do, and I was really spiraling downward and losing hope and wondering why I couldn't find any joy. And then I realized that not only is it about faith, but it's a choice to choose to seek light, faith, hope, happiness. You know, we really can spend a lot of our time on social media and a lot of our time on Facebook, and there's a lot of negativity out there, and a lot of people arguing about politics and religion and sickness and just all kinds of stuff that really just brings all kinds of animosity that we just don't need between each other. We just don't need all that. It is creating this static among humans to where we can't communicate anymore with love and generosity and kindness. And that's what we're made for. We're not made to hate each other. If we were, then why do we all congregate in the same areas? Why not? There's plenty of earth for everybody to spread out and find your own little peace, and not get all caught up in cities and everybody else's communes and communities and societies and ideals and bars and social gatherings and whatever. We congregate together because we are meant to be together as people. But we're not meant to sit there and tear each other down, force each other's opinions down each other's throats, unfriend each other, block each other left and right because we don't like what somebody's doing. I've done it too. I'm not trying to judge. This is all things that I have been, you know, I've tried trial and errored. Just like anybody else, you know, I've gotten on my soapbox on Facebook. I've gotten into arguments on Facebook. Arguments within my own family about my own thoughts and feelings and about what I think that they should and shouldn't be doing, which, you know what, we all have our should and shouldn'ts. So I'm just here to tell you that, you know, I've been through a lot, and I just want to help people, and I want to be a voice, and I also want to be an ear to listen, and give ideas and direction, you know, and tell people my story too. It's got to be in little pieces because YouTube videos are hard to upload. But my father was murdered when I was 6 years old. He was a drug addict. Never really got to see that part, but I always knew about it. I was raised by a single mom until she got married. There was always alcohol. I was raised in an Irish Catholic family, and everybody drank. So, I mean, there was drugs and alcohol all throughout my life. I've done it myself. Hard drugs. I still smoke marijuana sometimes. I'm not completely a clean person. Everybody's got their crap. Even a woman who has been through everything and done everything and been everywhere and been through some really, really hard stuff, still has, you know, one more thing that she needs to rid herself of, and that's me. And I'm just a normal sinner like anybody else, or a normal person like anybody else who's out there plugging away at life, and it was getting too hard, and I finally like overcame some things, and I do all kinds of different stuff. It's, you know, God's a big part of it. He's right there at the helm for me. But I instead of listening to angry music and stuff that would just kind of get my blood flowing, I've started putting on positive music. And instead of watching dramatic shows, because girls watch dramatic shows, and we plug in, we'll start crying. I started watching just comedies, and unfortunately, I had to unplug from some toxic people in my life and say goodbye to relationships for a little bit, just a little bit. I put like a hedge of protection around myself. To everything becomes so overwhelming, and anxiety can become so overwhelming, it can almost kill you. It almost feels like you're gonna die. And I didn't want to feel like I was gonna die, and I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to feel the way that I felt anymore. So I sought some things, and for those that really want to get a little bit more personal with me, find me on Facebook, Adrienne Howard. I live in Rastrom, Idaho. I'm a promoter for Lavelle. Those are a couple of the things on there. I'm married to Josiah Howard. That way it's easier to locate me. I also, of course, have this channel on YouTube, A Divine Thriver. I work for Lavelle. I sell Thrive. If anybody wants to try that. But anyways, also I have an email address that I use more often than a phone. I don't have a phone. I had to shut my phone off. That was one of the things that was causing me anxiety, and I had to get rid of it. I'm gonna buy a phone again, but right now all I have is email. So it's feelingthrivybaby at outlook.com. So if you need to talk, email's great, because, you know, we don't even have to know who each other is. Just tell me about your day, and, you know, tell me what's going on in your life. I'll talk to you about my life, and, you know, I can say a few kind words to you, and maybe a prayer for you if you'd like that. And you know, people used to have pen pals all the time, and this is my idea of getting pen pals and people talking to each other positively and lifting each other up and being kind and edifying to each other, because I just think that the world needs a lot more of that and a lot less of all the, I don't know, I like red, well, I like blue. Arr! I'm just tired of that, and I just want to change the world a little bit. So this is my changing of the world. Everybody have a great evening and blessed day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.